Welcome back to the second part of my video. Okay, so we already looked at what happens if king to g8. So now let's get trucking with g6, the most common line we'll see. After queen here, they'll push up the pawn, and then here. After they try to kick your queen, now you have f4. Most likely your opponent's going to go king to e8. In this retaliation, you're going to go here, threatening here. After knight to c6, and then you play d4, and then after they fianchetto their bishop. But actually, instead of d4, my preferred move would be to strike in the center with knight to e5, threatening checkmate on here. After knight takes, queen takes, and then you attack the rook, so the rook has to move to g8. After you secure your queen with d4, they attack you with the fianchetto bishop, and you retreat your queen. After they move your queen there, you solidify your pawn on d4. After e5, knight to d2. You might think this is a strange move, blocking your own bishop, but honestly, where else is the knight going to go without ruining your structural integrity? After they move their rook here to try and pressure down here, you castle, relieving the pressure here. I mean, not really, but it's not checkmate threat anymore. After king f7 is actually the recommended move. I don't even know why. I mean, who would really play that? I think it's more natural to play a move like bishop to f5. D takes, queen goes back, rook goes, knight goes here. So they solidify, and it's a pretty good position, I would think. Black is sort of stuck here, but this bishop's not going anywhere. So I think a good idea would be to b3, bishop here, and then create a pawn structure or something. After queen to e7 here, yeah, that was the whole idea. So you can attack the structural integrity of this pawn by pushing the bishop here after this queen's gone. Or you could also try to go here and have this queen protect in a attack. So yeah, that's the whole bishop f5 line. So after king f7, queen takes e5, queen takes e5 here. By the way, these are all top engine moves, so if your opponent doesn't play one of these moves, it's most likely that he made a mistake. So you can sort of just sit there and think, how did my opponent make a mistake? You trade off the rooks here, and you're up a pawn in this endgame. So I think it's actually I think I would definitely go knight to e5, because in this endgame you have this extra pawn here, and I think a normal person could win this endgame. If you can't, I'll be sure to set up like an endgame course or something. Maybe I should, but for now, you try your best. Remember, try to trade these two bishops away, because opposite color endgames are just really not that fun. Try to trade a couple of pawns, and most of all, get your king active. Nothing's better in an endgame than an active king. And also make sure this pawn doesn't get taken. Maybe you could go a3, put all your pawns on dark squares, so that this bishop will be rendered completely useless. Okay, so let's go all the way back to normal. So here, d4. Assuming you don't want to be dangerous, be a daredevil, and don't want to play knight e5, you can play the very structured computer move d4, fianchetto, solidify, and I find this position quite boring. You transition into some sort of positional game, but the thing is, this king is so horrible, but they have a battery lined up here. So after bishop to g5, you're starting a battery of your own. They're starting to look a little bit scary, because they have queen here, bishop here, and they're going to be throwing the rook in here, attacking the e1 square, unpleasant stuff. So you try to move your knight here, maybe move it here to give yourself some more structure and a better position. After a rook there, here, bishop moves back, unveiling the attack on the rook, and you just attack. You try to. Now you're the one attacking the rook. You double attacking the rook with the queen and the rook. So after the queen goes back to defend, you can take the free pawn on a7. After they attack, take the free pawn on b7. After they attack, you go here. Now they move queen f5. If you're wondering why they didn't take the pawn here, it's because of here, here, here. After this, and they move to the side, and after you kick away the bishop, you have this awesome fork here, attacking both rooks. And after this, you're just going to be up 3 points, as it says down here. Down here. So it won't be a very nice game. After queen to f5, here, takes. Now you take the pawn, and you move up. You take, and then you check. The king goes back. You take the free pawn, attacking the bishop. The bishop moves backwards. The bishop moves here, and you undouble your pawns, but give up a free pawn here. Now you have a passed a pawn over here, and your goal is to try and get it over here. After here, but you don't get the chance because it's just a draw. Okay, so after here, if you're wondering, since when you move your queen here, you're attacking this pawn here, and you move h5. If you're wondering why you don't move your rook back here, it's because of castles. Rook, knight e7, bishop attacks queen. After knight attacks queen, avoid here, here. And this is a very weird position because you already moved your rook here, and now you're undeveloping your rook back to its original square. So after castles, all the way in this position here, instead of going here, the computer recommended move is g8, but I didn't find many merits in that move. In fact, g8 was actually the top line for multiple, but I couldn't find what the computer is really getting at. So if you find it, please let me know in the comments because I'd love to know what. I mean, it looks like the king is becoming more safe and positionally, and I'm covering this rook. But I think it'd be better just to play like in the moment or something like that. As you can tell, I'm not a very good chess player. So yeah, that's it for the Krejcik Gambit. Lots of heavy play, and it's quite interesting. I wouldn't play it myself because there's lots of lines where things go wrong, and if you don't play the best moves for the Krejcik Gambit, you might quickly find yourself in a position where you just can't handle the endgame. I ran through the simulation a couple of times in other games and other websites, and it ended up like white was barely stringing together their defense as black slowly chips away their last resilience. And that wasn't really a fun game. So if you want to play this, be careful and make sure to look at my video and actually try and study through so you don't make too many mistakes. If you're good enough, I've played this against the 1900. I've played this against multiple people in other tournaments, and I've gotten pretty good scores with it. I hope you guys can use it as theoretically as I can. And remember, the main decision is d4. Is it d4 or to knight to e5? Knight to e5 is always the more aggressive technique. If you're aggressive, you should probably go for this, as it's always better, because in the end, you're up a pawn, and I hope you guys can win this game. Anyways, thanks for watching. Come back next time with another Alec Hines Gambit.